A Tesla employee laughed at Elon Musk during a high-stakes meeting. What happened next, he never saw coming. Overnight, his name became a viral sensation. His career hung by a thread, and the world watched as Musk made his next move. Would he be crushed under the pressure, or rise against all odds? Alex Carter sat stiffly in the sleek conference room, his fingers nervously tapping against the polished mahogany table. The air buzzed with anticipation as Elon Musk paced the front of the room, his voice commanding and electric. Musk was unveiling a bold vision for Tesla's next AI-driven car interface. A project so ambitious, it felt like science fiction brought to life. And this, Musk said, gesturing dramatically at the holographic display hovering above the table, will redefine transportation as we know it. But Alex wasn't listening anymore. His mind had wandered momentarily, overwhelmed by the sheer audacity of Musk's claims. A nervous laugh slipped past his lips before he could stop it. A small, almost imperceptible sound that nonetheless shattered the room's tense silence. Heads turned sharply toward him. Alex froze, heat rising to his cheeks as every pair of eyes locked onto him. Musk stopped mid-sentence, his sharp gaze slicing through the space between them. For a moment, time seemed to stand still. Alex felt pinned under that stare. Calculating, intense, unrelenting. It was as though Musk could see straight through him, dissecting his very soul. "Something funny?" Musk asked finally, his tone low but cutting. "No, sir," Alex stammered, shaking his head. I didn't mean—" "You think this is funny?" Musk interrupted, his voice rising slightly. He stepped closer, leaning forward until he loomed over Alex. "Let me show you what real innovation looks like." His words hung heavy in the air, cryptic yet loaded with challenge. Was it arrogance? Brilliance? Or something deeply personal? No one dared breathe as Musk resumed his presentation, leaving Alex reeling in his wake. As soon as Musk exited the room, whispers erupted like wildfire. "Did you see his face?" someone muttered behind Alex. "He's toast," another chimed in, their tone equal parts awe and pity. Alex kept his head down, pretending to review notes on his laptop, but the murmurs gnawed at him. Some colleagues shot him sympathetic glances. Others smirked openly. "Classic rookie move," Greg, a senior engineer, sneered from across the room. "Hope you've got a good excuse ready when HR calls." By lunchtime, the incident had spilled beyond Tesla's walls. Someone leaked a grainy photo of Alex laughing, captioned, "The guy who laughed at Elon Musk." Within hours, it went viral. Memes flooded Twitter, Reddit threads exploded with theories, and LinkedIn posts debated whether Alex's career was over before it even began. Lisa, Alex's fiancée, called during his break. "Are you okay?" she asked, her voice tinged with concern. "I'm fine," Alex lied, staring blankly at his phone screen. "It's not a big deal." "It is a big deal," Lisa countered. "People are talking about you everywhere. Have you seen what they're saying?" Alone at his desk later that evening, Alex scrolled through endless notifications, each one a dagger to his confidence. Comments ranged from cruel mockery to begrudging admiration, but all of them made him feel smaller somehow. "Do I belong here?" he wondered, his chest tightening. "What if I can't keep up?" Over the next few days, Alex became both hero and villain within Tesla's halls. Sarah, a supportive colleague, patted him on the back. "Honestly, I'd have laughed too. Don't let them get to you." Others weren't so kind. "You really embarrassed him," Greg remarked coldly during a team meeting. "Good luck recovering from that." Caught between admiration for his boldness and ridicule for his audacity, Alex struggled to find solid ground. That night, lying awake beside Lisa, Alex realized this moment would define him. Not just at Tesla, but in life. Could he rise above the scrutiny? Or would the pressure cooker of fame and ambition consume him entirely? For now, uncertainty lingered. heavy and suffocating, but deep down, Alex knew one thing for certain. Surviving Elon Musk meant more than just enduring. It meant finding the strength to believe in himself first. Alex stared at the glowing lines of code on his monitor, his reflection faintly visible on the dark screen. Despite being handpicked by Musk himself for Tesla's elite AI division, he couldn't shake the gnawing doubt that had plagued him since day one. "I don't belong here," Alex muttered under his breath, rubbing his temples. "You're kidding, right?" Sarah leaned over her cubicle wall, a warm smile softening her sharp features. "You're one of the best programmers we've got. Don't let Greg get inside your head." "It's not just Greg," Alex admitted reluctantly. "It's everything. This place. Him." He nodded toward Musk's office, where the man himself was pacing like a caged tiger. "How do you measure up to someone like that? The guy doesn't sleep, eat, or breathe anything but innovation." Sarah sighed, lowering her voice. "No one expects you to be Elon Musk. Just be Alex Carter. Trust me, it's enough." But trust wasn't something Alex had much of these days. Musk strode through the office later that afternoon, his presence electrifying yet suffocating. Employees scrambled to appear busy, their movements frantic as though trying to outrun his piercing gaze. "Progress report," Musk barked at a junior engineer who nearly dropped his tablet in shock. "Yes, sir. Almost there, sir," the young man stammered before retreating hastily. Alex watched from afar, admiration warring with unease. There was no denying Musk's brilliance, but it came at a cost. A relentless drive that left little room for error or humanity. That evening, Sarah caught Alex lingering by the coffee machine, staring blankly into space. "You look like you haven't slept in days," she said gently. "I haven't," Alex confessed. "Every time I close my eyes, I see memes mocking me. Hear Greg whispering behind my back. Feel Musk judging every move I make." "Greg's an ass, and the internet is toxic garbage," Sarah replied bluntly. "Don't let them win. You're stronger than this." Her words offered fleeting comfort, but Alex knew the battle wasn't just external, it was within. Greg cornered Alex near the water cooler the next morning, his smirk dripping with disdain. "Heard you've been slacking off lately," Greg sneered. "Funny how quickly people forget about the laugh heard round the world." "I'm doing my job," Alex shot back, though his voice lacked conviction. "Sure you are," Greg drawled. "Just keep telling yourself that when Musk finally realizes you're out of your depth." At home, Lisa waited patiently as Alex trudged through the door, his shoulders slumped and his face pale. "You're killing yourself for this company," she said softly, wrapping her arms around him. "I have to prove myself," Alex replied, pulling away. If you don't, what?" Lisa interrupted, her tone sharpening. "Lose Elon Musk's approval. Newsflash, he doesn't care about you. He cares about results." "And what am I supposed to do?" Alex snapped. "Walk away, give up everything I've worked for?" "No," Lisa said firmly, "but maybe stop sacrificing us for it." Over the following weeks, Alex noticed subtle shifts in how colleagues treated him. Invitations to brainstorming sessions dwindled. Conversations halted whenever he approached. Even emails seemed deliberately vague, leaving him scrambling to catch up. "They're shutting me out," Alex confided in Sarah during lunch. "They're scared," Sarah countered. "After what happened with Musk, everyone's walking on eggshells, including you." Greg's campaign against Alex escalated. Snide remarks became outright accusations. Rumors spread like wildfire. "He's incompetent. He's lazy. He's holding us back." When Alex confronted him, Greg shrugged innocently. "All I'm saying is, if you can't handle the heat, save it," Alex growled, storming off before he said something he'd regret. Social media remained a constant thorn in Alex's side. Every scroll brought fresh reminders of his humiliation. Memes, hate comments, even parody accounts mocking his laugh. Why won't they leave me alone? Alex whispered to himself late one night, tears blurring his vision. Meanwhile, Musk piled on the pressure, assigning Alex increasingly complex tasks designed to push him to his limits. This needs to be flawless, Musk instructed coldly, handing Alex a folder filled with impossible deadlines. Flawless, the word echoed in Alex's mind long after Musk walked away. Lisa slammed a plate onto the counter, her patience finally snapping. "You're never here anymore," she shouted. "Do you even realize how hard I'm trying to hold us together while you chase some unattainable dream?" "It's not unattainable," Alex fired back. "I just need more time." "For what? To impress a man who'll never respect you?" Their voices reverberated through the apartment, each word cutting deeper than the last. Late one night, hunched over his laptop, Alex stumbled upon something alarming. A critical flaw in Musk's AI interface. If left unchecked, it could crash the entire system. His heart raced. What should he do? Reporting the flaw meant risking Musk's wrath and possibly losing his job. Staying silent meant gambling with Tesla's future. "I can't do this alone," Alex murmured, reaching for his phone. But who could he trust? As deadlines loomed, Alex wrestled with his conscience. Each passing hour felt heavier, the weight of his decision crushing him. By Friday evening, exhaustion had taken its toll. Alex sat motionless at his desk, staring at the blinking cursor on his screen. "I can't keep going like this," he whispered hoarsely. But giving up wasn't an option. Not yet. Not until he found a way to fix what was broken, both in the code and in himself. Under the glare of spotlights, Elon Musk stood center stage at Tesla's grand unveiling event. The room buzzed with anticipation as investors, journalists, and tech enthusiasts leaned forward in their seats. On a massive screen behind him, sleek animations showcased Tesla's revolutionary AI interface, a system Musk promised would change humanity's relationship with machines forever. "This isn't just innovation," Musk declared, his voice resonating through the auditorium. "This is evolution." Cameras flashed, capturing every word, every gesture. For Alex Carter, seated nervously among the crowd, it felt like watching history unfold and unravel simultaneously. Moments before the live demo began, Alex frantically scrolled through lines of code on his laptop. His heart sank as he spotted the flaw, a critical vulnerability that could crash the entire platform mid-demonstration. "Oh God," Alex whispered, beads of sweat forming on his forehead. He glanced toward the stage, where Musk was already introducing the demo. What should I do? Before he could second-guess himself, Alex bolted upright, shouting loud enough to cut through Musk's speech. "Stop! There's a problem!" The room froze. Conversations halted mid-sentence. All eyes turned to Alex, who now stood trembling near the back of the auditorium. Whispers rippled through the audience, some confused, others outraged. Musk paused, his expression unreadable. Then, without a word, he stormed off stage, leaving behind an eerie silence punctuated only by murmurs of disbelief. Backstage, Musk confronted Alex, his face flushed with fury. "What the hell are you doing?" Musk demanded, his voice low but seething. "Do you have any idea what this costs us?" "I'm sorry," Alex stammered, holding up his laptop. "But if we don't fix this, the whole system will fail during the demo. It's catastrophic." Musk snatched the device, scanning the code with lightning speed. His jaw tightened as he realized Alex was right. After several tense minutes, Musk straightened, exhaling sharply. "You're correct," he admitted grudgingly. "Fix it, now." But fixing it meant delaying the presentation and admitting publicly that something had gone wrong. Returning to the stage, Musk addressed the audience with uncharacteristic humility. "Before we proceed," he announced, his tone measured yet sincere, "I want to acknowledge Alex Carter for identifying a critical issue moments ago. Thanks to his vigilance, we've avoided potential disaster. The room erupted into applause, though some clapped hesitantly, unsure how to react. Despite Musk's praise, Alex returned to the office the next day to find hostility brewing. Greg cornered him in the hallway, sneering. "You couldn't wait until after the demo to play hero," he spat. "Now everyone thinks you're trying to outshine Elon." Even Sarah seemed distant, her usual warmth replaced by cautious neutrality. By evening, Alex's guilt overwhelmed him. Social media exploded anew, labeling him everything from a savior to a saboteur. Exhausted and besieged, he retreated to the parking lot, sinking to the ground as panic gripped him. His breathing grew shallow, his vision blurred. Why did I think this was worth it? As Alex collapsed against the cold pavement, tears streaming down his face. The duality of fame hit him hard. Heroism came at a price, one he wasn't sure he could afford. By morning, hashtags like #Alex Carter breakdown and #Tesla pressure cooker dominated Twitter. Videos of Alex collapsing in the parking lot went viral, sparking heated debates about workplace culture, mental health, and the relentless expectations placed on employees under visionary leaders like Elon Musk. "Is this what it takes to work at Tesla?" One tweet read, "A human sacrifice." Others were less sympathetic. "He embarrassed Elon in front of investors," a Reddit user commented. "No wonder he cracked under pressure." For Alex, lying awake in his childhood bedroom hours later, the noise felt suffocating. Every notification was a reminder that his life had become public property, a spectacle dissected by strangers who didn't know him beyond headlines. At Tesla, opinions split sharply. Some colleagues whispered admiration for Alex's courage, calling him a whistleblower who saved the company from disaster. Others saw only betrayal, a man willing to humiliate Musk for personal gain. Greg seized the moment during a team meeting. "I just think loyalty matters," he said smugly, glancing around the room. "Especially when you're working for someone like Elon." Sarah shot him a sharp look but said nothing, her jaw tightening. That evening, Lisa sat beside Alex on the porch swing of his parents' house, holding his hand tightly. "You need to step away," she said softly. "This isn't about Tesla anymore. It's about you." "I can't just quit," Alex replied, his voice strained. "What would that say about me?" "It says you value yourself more than some job title," Lisa countered firmly. Her words struck a chord. For the first time, Alex allowed himself to consider stepping back, not as failure, but as survival. Later that night, Alex's phone buzzed unexpectedly. The caller ID read Elon Musk. "Alex," Musk began, without preamble, his tone unusually subdued. "I owe you an apology." Alex blinked, stunned into silence. "I pushed too hard," Musk continued, "and I let my vision blind me to the toll it takes on people like you. You did the right thing, even when it was hard." For all its rarity, the apology carried weight. Alex felt a flicker of relief, but also resolved. "Thank you," he said finally, "but I need time away to figure things out." "Take it," Musk replied simply. "We'll be here when you're ready." In the days that followed, Alex packed his bags and returned to his hometown, a quiet suburb far removed from Silicon Valley's chaos. Surrounded by familiar streets and faces, he began to breathe easier. One afternoon, Alex found himself tinkering with an old laptop in his childhood bedroom. Lines of code flowed effortlessly beneath his fingers, reminding him why he'd fallen in love with programming in the first place. "This isn't about impressing anyone," he murmured to himself. "It's about creating something meaningful." Over coffee with his best friend Jake, Alex opened up about his struggles. "You've always been harder on yourself than anyone else," Jake said with a grin. "Remember when we built that crappy robot in high school? We thought it was genius." Alex laughed despite himself. Yeah, until it caught fire. Exactly, but you kept going. That's who you are. Someone who builds no matter what. Back at Tesla, Greg wasted no time exploiting Alex's absence. He spread rumors questioning Alex's competence and positioned himself as Musk's new confidant. He couldn't handle the pressure, Greg told a group of engineers. Maybe leadership isn't for everyone. Sarah refused to stay silent. During a company-wide meeting, she stood up and addressed the room. We talk a lot about innovation, she said, her voice steady. But true progress starts with how we treat each other. Let's not forget that. Her words earned nods of approval and respect from many colleagues. Inspired by Sarah's advocacy, Musk released a rare public statement. The future depends not just on technology, but on the people building it, he wrote. We must prioritize mental health and well-being alongside ambition. The statement drew widespread praise, marking a turning point for Tesla's corporate image. As weeks turned into months, Alex spent his days coding for fun, reconnecting with Lisa, and rediscovering joy outside of work. Slowly, he envisioned a future where success wasn't measured by accolades, but by authenticity. With renewed clarity and support from loved ones, Alex began to rebuild his confidence. Though Tesla still loomed large in his mind, he knew any return would come on his own terms, a promise to himself and to the person he was becoming. Months later, Alex walked back into Tesla's headquarters. Not with trepidation, but with quiet confidence. He carried a renegotiated contract that granted him creative freedom and flexible hours, signaling his growth both personally and professionally. Welcome back, Sarah greeted him warmly, pulling him into a hug. You look different. I feel different, Alex admitted, smiling faintly. Like I finally know who I am outside of this place. His return marked more than just a professional milestone. It was a declaration of self-awareness, resilience, and balance. That evening, Alex sat across from Lisa at their favorite restaurant, the candlelight casting soft shadows over their faces. I'm proud of you, Lisa said, reaching for his hand. Not because you stood up to Elon or saved Tesla, but because you chose us. And I always will, Alex replied earnestly. I realized something while I was gone. Success doesn't mean anything if it cost me the people I love. Their bond had deepened during his absence, forged through honest conversations and shared vulnerability. Together, they vowed to support each other's dreams without sacrificing their values, a testament to love conquering ambition. Inside Tesla, Musk unveiled sweeping changes inspired by Alex's courage. Wellness programs, mental health resources, and anonymous feedback channels became staples of the company culture. We innovate not just in technology, but in how we treat each other, Musk announced during an all-hands meeting. This is our future, built on trust, empathy, and humanity. Employees watched in awe as the once unapproachable billionaire embraced vulnerability, earning newfound admiration for his willingness to evolve. Meanwhile, Greg's scheming unraveled spectacularly when Sarah exposed his manipulative tactics during a leadership review. Emails surfaced, revealing his attempts to sabotage Alex and position himself as Musk's protege. You crossed a line, Musk told Greg coldly, dismissing him from the room. By the end of the week, Greg found himself demoted to menial tasks, his toxic influence neutralized. In contrast, Sarah's advocacy earned her a well-deserved promotion to head of employee engagement. You've been a voice for change when no one else would speak up, Musk acknowledged publicly. Tesla needs leaders like you. Her rise symbolized hope for a healthier workplace culture, one where kindness and integrity were valued alongside innovation. As Alex resumed work, he noticed a shift in his dynamic with Musk. Gone was the intimidating figure who once loomed over him. In his place stood a leader eager to collaborate. You've got guts, Carter, Musk remarked during a brainstorming session. Don't lose that edge. Alex grinned, feeling a spark of camaraderie. Their partnership blossomed into one rooted in mutual respect, blending Alex's innovative spirit with Musk's visionary drive. Beyond Tesla, Alex gained recognition as a vocal advocate for mental health awareness. In interviews, he spoke candidly about Silicon Valley's hidden pressures and the importance of prioritizing well-being. The myth of the grind is killing us, Alex told a reporter. Success isn't sustainable unless it includes space for rest, reflection, and connection. His words resonated deeply, inspiring colleagues and fans alike to rethink their definitions of achievement. Across the industry, Alex's story sparked broader conversations about success and fulfillment. Employees began speaking out about burnout, while companies re-evaluated their workplace cultures. He showed us it's okay to be human, one colleague reflected. That's the real innovation. Musk's transformation continued as he adopted a more approachable demeanor, engaging openly with employees and acknowledging his own flaws. No one's perfect, not even me, he admitted during a podcast appearance. But we can all strive to do better for ourselves and for others. The public responded with overwhelming praise, humanizing a man often seen as untouchable. Both Alex and Musk redefined what it meant to thrive under scrutiny. Fame, they proved, could coexist with authenticity. Vulnerability wasn't weakness, but strength. It's not about being flawless, Alex wrote in a LinkedIn post. It's about being real. With improved dynamics and aligned visions, Alex and Musk led Tesla toward groundbreaking innovations. But beyond technological advancements, they fostered an inclusive environment where creativity flourished alongside compassion. This isn't just about cars anymore, Alex mused during a team meeting. It's about building a future that works for everyone. Together, Alex and Musk left a lasting impact, not only on Tesla, but also on the tech industry. They demonstrated that progress thrived when people were valued as much as ideas, setting a new standard for leadership and legacy. As Alex looked around the bustling office, he felt a sense of pride. Not in fame or accolades, but in knowing he had helped create something meaningful. For the first time, he understood. True success wasn't about standing in the spotlight. It was about using it to illuminate the way for others. As the dust settled on his tumultuous journey, Alex found himself standing on a quiet balcony overlooking Tesla's sprawling campus. The sun dipped below the horizon, painting the sky in hues of gold and crimson, a fitting backdrop for the clarity that had finally taken root within him. Success isn't about the noise, Alex murmured to himself, his voice barely audible over the evening breeze. It's about staying true to who you are. He thought back to the chaos, the laughter heard around the world, the panic attack in the parking lot, the months spent rediscovering his passion. Each moment had been a stepping stone, leading him not to fame or fortune, but to authenticity. Alex smiled faintly as he recalled Lisa's words during one of their late-night talks. Being vulnerable doesn't make you weak, she'd said. It makes you brave. And brave he had been. Brave enough to speak up when it mattered most, brave enough to walk away when he needed space, and brave enough to return on his own terms. Vulnerability, once feared, now felt like armor. It connected him to others, fostering trust and understanding where there had once been fear and judgment. Inside the building, Musk sat at his desk, scrolling through employee feedback from the new wellness programs. His brow furrowed occasionally, but more often than not, a small smile tugged at the corners of his mouth. People matter, he whispered aloud, almost testing the weight of the words. For years, he'd prided himself on being untouchable, a force of nature immune to doubt or failure. But Alex's courage had reminded him of something profound. Even legends evolve. Empathy wasn't weakness, it was strength. And humanity, that was power. Together, Alex and Musk became symbols of change, not just within Tesla, but across industries. They proved that perfection was an illusion, a mirage chasing those desperate for validation. Authenticity, however messy, resonated far deeper. You don't have to be flawless to lead, Alex told a group of interns during a mentorship session. You just have to be real. Their partnership thrived on empathy, a shared commitment to lifting others rather than tearing them down. When tensions arose, they addressed them openly, fostering an environment where collaboration replaced competition. It's not us versus them, Sarah remarked during a team meeting. It's all of us together. The media continued to speculate about Alex and Musk's relationship, crafting narratives steeped in drama and intrigue. But behind every headline lay a truth rarely acknowledged. Both men were human, flawed, striving, and searching for meaning, just like everyone else. People forget we're more than our titles, Alex reflected during an interview. We're people first. Despite the relentless glare of fame, Alex discovered fulfillment by leaning into his humanity. He supported colleagues grappling with burnout, mentored young engineers finding their footing, and championed causes close to his heart. The spotlight isn't a curse, he wrote in a heartfelt essay. It's an opportunity to shine light where it's needed most. The story closed with Alex addressing a packed auditorium, his voice steady yet impassioned. Life will test you, he began. But remember this, none of us are alone. By embracing our flaws and lifting each other up, we can find purpose, even in the toughest moments. Applause erupted, echoing through the hall like waves crashing against a shore. For Alex, it wasn't just applause. It was affirmation, purpose, proof that vulnerability could transform not only lives, but legacies.